I'ma gotta get it, get it. Watch it for the comma and the comma and the comma got it. Comma and the comma and the comma got it. Get it, get it. Comma and the comma gotta get it, get it. Watch it for the comma and the comma and the comma got it. Comma and the comma and the comma got it.
Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel. Today I'm here with a brand new 701 Husqvarna build. We have a relatively simple build, but I'm bringing on the channel the new Rebel X ultralight adventure rally kit. But with no further ado, let's get into what we installed on this bike that will be used for normal Sunday riding, but also for everyday commuting to work. To start with, we have a transparent windshield that gives more rally look to the bike, and this brand new tower that is mounted directly on the triple clamps. It means this twists with the handlebar. The main tower body is very light. Everything is compact and very near the handlebar. This means that when we're riding, we don't have any extra weight feeling here on the front. The tower has a bunch of features. All these holes are designed to be compatible with so many different lights and with so many different instruments, from roadbook to GPS to tablets to digital roadbooks. But I'll quickly explain. Here we have this bracket that can be moved up and down, back and forward, and tilted the angle, on which we installed the Garmin Montana. This is the Montana 680T GPS that the customer already had and didn't want to, for now, upgrade to another GPS. So we installed this and powered it through the 4-way fuse box that we have here on the side. You know, this is the fuse box that's also used by factory teams like the factory Yamaha team on the Tenere World Raid factory bikes. The very cool feature about this and being included in the kit is the fact that we don't have any wires going to the battery of the bike. Everything is wired here on the tower. It's plug and play. The kit is supplied with the wiring harness, and this means that any device that you will wire, you'll have to do it directly on the tower. So no going crazy with the running stuff to your battery. Furthermore, here on the side, you see that we can also place the turn indicators. To place the OEM Husqvarna KTM turn indicators, you'll need to grind a bit the small tab there is on the turn indicator, but also soon will be available a set of extra optional brackets that can let you move the turn indicators further out, and that won't require you to grind that small tab. Always here on the side, you can see there is a really cool stainless steel on-off switch. This is an off switch with the LED indicator. So when you press it, this will turn on. This can be used to turn on or off any power you want, or it's not necessary to wire it. You can keep it just for future if you want to plug in something here. Here on the front, you can see the nice windshield with this thick crystal sticker kit that not only protects the windshield, but also reduces any reflection you might get from the headlight. The headlight, you have a spot and a flood headlight. This is the Rebel X light. It's the standard light that's included in the kit, but you can also choose to go with the street legal option that has less power, because the street legal Hella lights are 32 watt. These are 80 watt, so make a huge amount of light. But if you want, you can also change them to Baja Squadron or to Denali lights. This tower is the most versatile tower you can find out there, thanks to the compatibility with any device and any light, since it was tested with all the different systems available on the market. In this case, on this build, we opted for a white frame of the headlight. Usually these lights come in black, but soon will be available in different colors. So these can come in white, orange, and red, I think. But the new Rebel X light can be also used on your adventure bike as extra lights mounted on your crash bars. Furthermore, this windshield not only protects clearly all your instruments, but also deflects a bit the air. You won't feel that big of a difference compared to the OEM headlight of the bike, but you should feel it a bit. It's not like the full towers where the aerodynamics of the bike completely improves. This doesn't make such a big difference. A small feature that is cool is that all the bolts have these black caps on them, and these help a lot if you need to remove the windshield in case of mud, because they'll keep the head of the bolt clean. And if you get a lot of mud on it, you remove the cap and the head of the bolt will always be clear and easy to dismount. These are small details, but that really show the refinement there is when developing a product. Now from the front view, you can see we changed the handguards. We went with the Husqvarna KTM Power Parts Catalog hard closed handguards. I'm not such a huge fan of these. I prefer the plastic ones, but every bike build I do, I try to work with the customer by understanding what he wants, what he needs, and he really was keen on having these, so I went and installed them. These have the front plastic protector and then the aluminum bar. Then from this view you can also see the mirrors. These are foldable mirrors. They are a good, cheap, inexpensive solution. The other option, but quite a bit more expensive, are the double take mirrors. These are ram mounted. The difference between these mirrors is that this customer always needs the mirror on his bike because he uses it also as a daily drive. But in case you want to have the possibility to quickly take them off and you use the bike to participate in a lot of off-road events, then the double take mirrors are much easier because they're ram mounted and you can simply remove them in matters of seconds. From this side then you can see the Garmin Montana 680T, but also you can see that you have here on the tower the placing for the various indicators of the bike for the ABS switch, and under here we have the two USB quick charge ports with the on-off switch and voltmeter display. This to me is a very useful feature on the 701, 690 and Gas 700, because you never know if your battery is a bit down on power. At least here you always see if you have a good charge on your battery. And you can turn this on and off because this has its own integrated switch. It's in a very protected area. This was placed here because when you put your USB port to charge any device, being so protected, nothing will go against it and rip your cable or make it jump out. Then you can easily charge any device you want to put here. The OEM dashboard is moved here on the 701 on a new plastic bracket, so it stays more or less in the same position, very visible. Behind it we have the Adventure handlebar riser mount. This mount is designed to hold either Garmin mounts, RAM mounts. You can put the Garmin in both orientation, in landscape and vertical. You can put ERTF GPS if you're racing in World Championship events or Dakar and so on. And at the center you can also put the quad lock. For this build, we kept this open without mounting anything because the customer is thinking about getting soon a new GPS, the Garmin Montana 750, and in that case he will keep the 680, move it onto the handlebar and put here the 750. That way he'll have two GPS so that he can use one more zoomed out and the other one, when he's going on the trails, really zoomed in. But since he wants to put occasionally also his smartphone, usually when he's riding on the road, we put this quick release mount directly on the mirrors. This is a mount where, combined to the case he has on his phone, he'll just plug in. It functions more or less like the quad lock and he has his smartphone in this position. Moving back, we clearly had to change the exhaust because the OEM 701 exhaust is very bulky, very heavyweight and very restricted, meaning it also makes a lot of heat. So we went with this Leo Vince with aluminum color and then with the carbon cap. I think it looks very nice because it's slim. It blends in with the bike and makes a very nice sound. Behind here then we have a luggage rack. This is the Raid Garage luggage rack where he'll strap bags and whatever he needs to bring on the trails. Last but not least, we also made this full sticker kit in matte finish. We used a specific material, very thick. We have 500 microns of material material. This adds protection to all the plastics of the bike. Being matte, it becomes very nice to take photos and videos of it. And this is basically the same graphic I used for the 701 Northern inspired build I did that you find here on the channel with the full tower kit and the tablet. But combined with the new ultralight kit, I think it gives a slightly different look. This bike build was in the price range of between 2,000 to 3,000 euros with these features, excluding the GPS that the customer already had. And I believe this can be a good upgrade for who uses the bike as a daily drive and uses it a lot also on asphalt. It has all the necessary to be able to switch from asphalt to the trails and always have, your GPS in a nice position. And in the case you want to upgrade to a tablet or a bigger GPS, you can do it, and same with the lights. These are 80 watt, they make a huge amount of light, but maybe one day you want to upgrade or even add a third light. Thanks to the design of this kit, you can do it. This is probably one of the simplest builds we did on the channel, but every rider has different needs, and it's important to make every time a build specific on the customer's needs. Thanks guys for watching. Leave in the comments below what you think about this build, if you prefer the more complex or the more simplistic builds, or if you enjoy both, because we have other bike builds coming up soon, such as the Yamaha Tenere that I used this weekend to hold a school for adventure riders where I was jumping and having fun on the T7. Leave me also in the comments below what GPS, what device you use on your bike, because I'm curious to know which is the most popular device used for adventure riding. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram for live content, as usually we post some stories before the video comes out. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Ciao!